make a living. And you obviously are the sort to give the crows paws, so let me serve you instead.
What's to stop you from finishing the job later?
To be completely honest, I was never given much of a choice regarding joining the crows. They bought me on the slave market when I was a child. I think I paid my worth back to them plus tenfold. The only way out, however, is to sign up with someone they can't touch. Even if I did kill you now, they might just kill me on principle for failing the first time. Honestly, I'd rather take my chances with you.
Won't they come after you?
Possibly. I happen to know their wily ways, however. I can protect myself as well as you. Not that you seem to need much help. And if not, well, it's not as if I had many alternatives to start with, is it?
What do you want in return?
Well, let's see. Being allowed to live would be nice, and would make me marginally more useful to you. And somewhere down the line, if you should decide that you no longer have need of me, then I go on my way. Until then, I am yours. Is that fair?
Very well.
What?
I accept your offer.
You're taking the assassin with us now? Does that really seem like a good idea?
Don't worry about it. We could use him.
All right. I see your point. Still, if there was a sign we were desperate, I think it just knocked on the door and said hello.
A fine plan. But I would examine your food and drink far more closely from now on, were I you.
That's excellent advice for anyone. I hereby pledge my oath of loyalty to you until such a time as you choose to release me from it. I am your man, without reservation. This I swear.
Thank you, Hairless Zev. He still doesn't have hair there. I'm good with my current party. Jeez, they disapproved of that, didn't they? Let's try that book now. It's one spell. And here to get to 30 magic. We will do that, the Tempest. Alright. We'll loot and head on to Redcliffe. Friends of Red Jenny. I think that's in Dinnerham, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, we're good. We can continue on. Because I had to cancel yesterday, guys, I will be streaming some tomorrow. Not like a lot, but I'll stream like and try to get 1 or 2 missions out of the way.
I need to tell you something.
But I'll be back Saturday for a good lengthy stream. What's on your mind?
Well, let's see. How do I tell you this? We're almost at Redcliffe. Did I say how I know Arl Eamon exactly?
No, you never did, actually.
I'm a bastard. My mother was a serving girl at Redcliffe Castle, and she died when I was born. Arl Eamon took me in and raised me before I was sent to the Chantry. The reason he did that was because, well, because my father was King Marek, which made Kaelin my half-brother.
Wow. So you're not just a bastard, but a royal bastard.
Ha! Yes, I guess it does it, that. I should use that line more often. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
Does Logain know?
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marik's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. Al Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, despite all the problems it caused with the king so soon after the war. He loved her a great deal. Anyway, the new Arlessa resented the rumors which pegged me as the Arl's bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10. Just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
What an awful thing to do to a child.
Maybe. She felt threatened by my presence. I can see that now. I can't say I blame her. She wondered if the rumors were true herself, I bet. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall. And it shattered. Stupid, stupid thing to do. The Owl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there and blamed him for everything.
Poor Alistair.
And eventually, he just stopped coming.
But you are heir to the throne, right?
Let's hope not. I'm the son of a commoner and a Grey Warden to boot. It was made very clear to me early on that there was no room for me raising any rebellions or such nonsense. And that's fine by me. Now, if there's an heir to be found, it's Al Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard... Oh no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
As you command, my prince.
Oh, lovely. I'm going to regret this. Somehow I just know it.
You might. You might regret this, Alistair. Alright. Ooh, Thomas. Thomas. I guess it's Thomas, probably.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
I'm on important business. I need to see Arl Iman.
Oh. Then you don't know. Has nobody out there heard?
What are you talking about? Heard what?
We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting and dying.
Apparently everyone seems to agree that a blight is the perfect time to start killing each other. Marvelous, really.
We've no army to defend us. No Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead. And those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
It's a great name, isn't it?
Eamon's brother.
Ban Tegan.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
Just a quick recap if anybody forgets. We are Grey Wardens trying to gather a group of men, or a group of people, like, right? Get basically an army together to fight off the Blight. We have these documents that allow us to go and ask for help for all the different races.
It's Thomas.
This is what we're
And
doing.
who are these people with you? They're obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainersphere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan. Though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud. Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Ten Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
You don't believe Loghain's lies?
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Kaelin risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So, you are a Grey Warden as well? Is it possible we've met? You seem very familiar.
You may have known my father, Taran Kuzlin.
Ah, yes, that's it, exactly. A pleasure to meet you indeed, though I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother? Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What evil things are you talking about?
Some call them the Walking Dead, decomposing corpses, returning to life with a hunger for human flesh.
Lovely.
They hit again the next night. Each night they come with greater numbers. With Kaelin dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arl Eamon.
Of course we'll help.
How pointless to help these villagers fight an impossible battle. One would think we had enough to contend with elsewhere.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess.
I don't know why I like her,
Please
but
tell
I just
Murdoch
do.
what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
I want to discuss the situation with you.
Of course.
You have some of Arl Eamon's knights here?
I have those few who returned from their quest. You know of this, yes?
West?
Eamon's illness is very serious. The Arlessa, out of desperation, sent the knights on a quest for a cure. I know little about this, other than that the cure was supposed to be an ancient relic of great power. Sir Perth was one of the knights sent on this quest. Perhaps you should speak to him if you wish to learn more.
Why are you in the chantry with the villagers?
Sir Perth insists. He wants me to be with the villagers, so everyone he needs to protect is in one place. I don't mind, to be honest. The point of all this is to protect the villagers, and I can do that best here. This is the last line of defense, should things go amiss.
Won't that look cowardly?
I'm not here for glory. I would prefer being outside, but Perth has a point. We could bring some men in to stand beside me, but I'd rather keep the monsters away from the villagers if possible.
So what happens after this battle is over?
Hopefully we can find the source and stop it before it causes any more damage. With luck, we'll also find Eamon and be able to help him.
What exactly are these things that attack the village?
I do not know. They seem to be walking corpses, men with rotting flesh that continue to attack even with the gravest injuries.
Undead, perhaps. Spirits possessing the bodies of the dead. We could be dealing with a mage, but who would do such a thing?
I should get back to work.
Luck be with you, my friend.
Morgan really disapproved of that.
I'm scared, Mother. When are the
As you
bad men
say.
coming? Soon, darling. Don't worry. Everything will be all right.
Ooh, can I read this book that you're sleeping on? Thank you.
Father is outside.
Let us pray.
Here's a pile of books.
Art thou who exists in the Maker's sight.
Another book. Get that free XP.
Who seeks his return.
Alright, is it Caitlin? Caitlin, what do you got?
Am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
Are you alright? Why were you crying?
Those things dragged my mother away. I don't know what happened to her, but I hear her screaming all the time.
That's not good.
Everywhere. And now my brother Bevan, he ran off. I don't know where he is. I'm so scared they got him too.
Why would he run off? Do you know?
He said something about saving Mother. He's just a little boy. He doesn't understand she's gone.
Grief can make us
I won't
ignore
tell
things that don't
Dragonfire
make any
if you won't
sense,
tell.
I'm afraid.
If he is foolishly run off, then he is no doubt dead. You should get used to that fact.
Nice. Maybe you want to kick her in the head while you're at it.
Shall we comfort her with lies? If she is to face death, better she face it honestly.
I hope he didn't try to go to the castle. Oh, that would be awful.
Have you tried looking for him?
I went to our house. It's by the square. He wasn't there. I searched the rest of the village too. I called and I called, but he never answered. I wonder if he ran off into the woods. I'm so worried. Without me, he has nobody.
Don't worry, I'll look for him.
Well, thank you so much. Please find him.
Hey, Dragonfire, if you can hear me, I have a request. Whenever you head home, I upped my bitrate a lot, like quite a bit, and it's running about 1,000 more kilobytes a second. I was curious if that affected your mobile streaming at all. We can talk to Murdoch here.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I heard they all died with the king.
You sure you didn't hear that we killed the king?
Could be that I did. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch.
I appreciate that.
Mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
You can call me ByJaxx. No. Let's persuade. Have faith, good man. We will defeat this evil together.
I hope you're right. I've been trying to hold us together, but it isn't easy. Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
What can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
I did get more of my streaming PC parts in, but I'm still missing the CPU, so I kind of can't build that computer until I get the CPU in. Why does Owen refuse to talk to you?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle.
It is a very important part, especially since it's also my GPU for that
Said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself
that computer.
in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
I'll see what I can do.
Appreciate it. If he doesn't help, he'll die like the rest of us. What good will that do anyone then?
I didn't remember having to do these little side quests. Is this where he's at? I just remember getting here and them asking us to just save him. A large wooden... We got that XP, that sweet XP. Alright, dude.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace. You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
Is this Owen, the blacksmith? I need to speak with you.
Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough.
I'd prefer not to speak through a door. Can I come in?
All right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
We won't.
Somebody's been drinking.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
My name is ByJaxx, a Grey Warden helping Ban Tegan.
A Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds. Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted?
Hey, Mist. How are you doing?
Something in particular you wanted?
The militia need your help desperately.
Why should I help Murdoch when he won't help me? My girl, Valena, is one of the Alessa's maids, and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her.
She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago.
Poor guy.
Now she's dead, or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village or anyone.
Or you could work to help save her.
I'm an old man. Everyone knows we aren't making it through the night. Or are you going to save us?
Yes, I am.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that.
I do.
Tell you what. If you want me to do repairs for Murdoch and his men, promise me you'll go into the castle and find my daughter.
I'll do my best.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing.
Ah, damn.
And I didn't believe him either.
You were asking a great deal, you wretched little man.
I want to promise. Promise me that you'll
Yes,
never-
I have already
that you'll
got
bring them
SteamWorld
back to me
Dig
if
2.
you can.
I was pretty happy with that. That's a game I have not played, but I have played the other one and liked it. I promise you I will find her.
We will do our best. Please believe us, friend.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least.
Did anybody else watch that Thunder World thing?
Right then.
There's a few games in there that look really fun that I do intend playing when they come out.
I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Oh, Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
I take it I could have failed this. Man, Morgan disapproves everything. Yeah, I take it I could have not completed that. I guess when it comes nighttime, they had lesser gear. Could probably die easier.
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough.
I believe I've got it on Steam, but I'm not sure, miss. That's where I got 2 at. I said, missed what he said. I'll inform Bantiga the militia is ready to fight. We'll give those bastards a welcome they won't soon forget. Persuade. We're not only ready, Murdoch, we're going to win. Oh, I still need to speak to Sir Perth.
You'll find him and his men at the mill by the bridge, to the north.
How is morale?
Men's spirits are high for now. Far better than I expected, to be honest. Since you convinced Owen to start repairs, we're pretty well armed now. That is a relief, let me tell you. Overall, I'd say the militia's very ready to fight. Never thought I'd say that, but there you go. Is there anything else?
I'll be back. I still need to speak to Sir
You'll
Perth.
find him and
Okay,
his men
and he's
at the
going to tell me
mill by
it's
the
up
bridge,
there.
to the north.
Is there anything else I can
Could
do?
use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwin in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses.
Tell me about
He's a
Dwin.
trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he
We're going to
doesn't
get
need
Dwin
any
on our
of us.
side.
We could use somebody
You
with
got a
his
spare key
fighting
for me?
experience, but he
Alright.
won't come out.
Carry
I
on
have a
then.
good feeling about tonight.
Well, I will just tab out and check right now so I don't leave you waiting. Nope, I have SteamWorld Dig 2 and SteamWorld Heist. Heist is a really good game. If nobody's ever played that. So yeah, I will gladly take SteamWorld Dig 1. Because we might do a little playthrough of them. Some point coming up when I've got some free time. Alright, let's go try to find that's Caitlin's home. Pantry, tavern. There's a house, smithy. Is this Caitlin's? Yeah. See if we can find that kid in here. Book. The Legend of Callahan. Yeah. It just goes out. When you approach the dresser, something moves inside. You hear a snort, surprisingly intake of breath, and then silence. Let's just open the dresser.
Ah, what are you doing? All right, I'll come out.
Is this the little boy? It is.
Please, don't hurt me. I'll go back to the chantry if you want. I didn't mean any harm.
First, tell me what you were doing in there. I think you missed.
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
Persuade. Are you sure? Maybe I could help you.
You could. Alright, I guess. Father said I could have his sword when I grew up. It was grandfather's. And grandfather was a great dragon slayer. I thought, if I was brave like grandfather, I could use his sword and kill the bad people who took Mother.
Oh, this kid's cute. Where's the sword now?
In the chest. In Mother's room. Father gave me a key, but I'm not supposed to give it to anyone.
Perhaps I could help you and your sister in return.
You could? Maybe you could give my sister money? She said if we had money, we'd be alright. Even if Mother is dead.
I'll talk to your sister about it, I promise. I don't want to just take the kid's sword.
Here's the key. I hope you use it to kill a lot of those bad people. I should go back to the chantry. Good luck.
And he just gives me the sword. Wow. Was it just up here? Why in the world would they have a second floor? The green blade, a longsword. Man. Actually sounds like a pretty good sword. It is a little bit better. Actually a lot of better. Pretty cool looking sword. When will he be able to get that? 33 strength? That is a badass longsword. Alright. Hey, Dragonfire, I know I had a question for you, and we thought we had answered it correctly last time, where I said, hey, does the game level up with you? It does, so to speak. When you enter a level, or enter an area, or get a quest, there is what's called a maximum level that hits. And certain areas have minimum level requirements. Basically, like, there was an example, I think Orzammar has a minimum level of 13. So if you show up to Orzammar prior to being level 13, it will automatically default to the difficulty of that area will be level 13. But if you go there after it, like say you're level 15 or 16, it will be level 15 or 16. I thought that was interesting when I read that. But yeah, that is how that works. Alright, let's read the note. A tattered shopping list. Also remember to ask if more ByJaxx will be available. Yeah, one of the things I actually learned on that is the reason. If you do Flemeth's quest, the one where when you find her grimoire and which we've already actually done, and Morgan has said we want you to go kill Flemeth. That is a 13 level quest. And when you get to her, she will be a level 16 boss if you fight her. But if you go after the Landsmeet, she actually becomes a level 22. boss.
It is begun.